Let's talk about what makes Ryan Reynolds frustrated. Well, first of all, he feels like he has a lot to prove. And I'm sure the more famous he gets, the more he feels he has to prove. Why? Because maybe he feels like he has to know. Has to know what? Maybe everything about that industry. Who knows what he feels he has to prove he knows? Maybe Ryan feels like he has to be inspirational, knows what to think about. But he's got nothing to prove, even to himself, even if he needs to do those 50 push ups a day to prove it to himself that he can do it and keep it up. It's going to make him frustrated. What will also make him frustrated is planning a 1, 2, 3 step experience and saying, oh, this is how my environment's going to grow. That's what's going to make him frustrated. Now, he also might avoid confrontation and truth just so that he won't rock the boat. And, maybe he is a person that might go above and beyond without even being asked. So taking longer hours without being asked, or once again, just so that he won't rock the boat. Oh, who's got the extra hours? Oh, me, 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 me. Just to prove that he can do it, that he can grow the environment, and that he knows what he's doing. It's going to very much make him frustrated. But who is Ryan Reynolds? Well, he is this unique individual who really is here to preserve what? The tribe, through what? Values and caring. And what's important that though is that he takes care of himself first, just like that airplane mast that drops, before taking care of the other. Otherwise, he'll become depleted. But if he is acting true to himself, then he has a clear balance on what that could mean to him and what his values do mean to him. Now, he might be alert to liars or who's real or not. He really is a person of depth, and it is something that he is aware of. He is a person who can be risky because it's safe for him. This is how he is a powerful person, showing what he can do as an archetype, taking those risks where others might not be able to. And then he has the ability to correct that. Why? For his tribe. Why? Because he's absorbed in his own powerful process, being an archetype. And when he is being in his own process, that is when he will become the alpha. He's going to be a leader for good or bad. And about this is that he really has to be true to himself, acting his true self over time, because that's how he's going to be inspirational. The collective watching him over time, he can't just present himself and be like, yo, I'm going to be the leader here. He's going to get knocked down, maybe even laughed at. But over time, he will become that influence. That role of self will really show itself. When he is allowing himself to be in a state of inaction, still like a mountain, that's when people, places, things and experiences will come towards him in life because that's what his energy is like. It just pulls those things towards him, and his energy is going to say, uh huh, or for what's correct for him or not. Seeing these fixed patterns and having the ability of inaction, some people might be in awe of his routine that he can keep. But the only routines that he will keep are the ones that are correct for him because he doesn't have consistent access to willpower. And just because he's a person who enjoys being alone, it doesn't necessarily mean that he's a lonely person because he is going to be seen. He's going to catch a lot of things, whether it be a cold, a good dinner, a good movie. Literally catch a good movie, him being in one. Or even a bad movie. He's here to be the clarion. Clarion of what? Clarion of what he's investigated. And it makes him really uneasy, actually, to be the clarion of what he's investigated because it takes a lot for a person who's investigating things to really get that footing beneath their feet, the grounding beneath their feet. Sorry, I don't know how to say that properly. But it is important for him to be in an environment where he's away from drama. He's allowing hermit type qualities inside that environment. And also with the people that he keeps around him. Hermits. Those that like to stay in, away from the drama. Those who like the peace. Those who really don't want to be seen, but are seen anyways because they're here to be recognized for their awesome. For when it is the proper time, that is. Ryan might just have the antsy energy of wanting to start many things just to start them. Not necessarily finish them, but we need to remind him that it's very important that he does one thing at a time. Because if he's doing a multitude of things at the same time, then it's just going to be a watered down version of what it could have been. So this person who needs an environment, people around him that are hermit-like qualities, he enjoys being alone. It's really what is for him as he investigates what he is here to be a clarion of. His aloneness allows him to correct the things that he has taken risks on because it may or may not have aligned with his values and it could have taken away from his personal power. But he is alert to the depth that he has and the type of routines that he might be able to put into his life by being still like a mountain. He is good at ordering things in his life and maybe having the time to retreat to that aloneness is going to do him good. What's interesting is that I saw this, and if a person doesn't know what the incarnation cross is, that means purpose in life, and it says purpose in life is wishes. So if a person doesn't even study human design, just the idea of his purpose in life being wishes, it just sounds really fun to me. We have how Ryan Reynolds can sleep, and if we had his true time of birth, we could go much deeper, but I'm just giving basic overviews of how a chart could be synthesized. And I really appreciate when you guys listen in. Thank you for your time.